Hello everyone, I'm Lafir back again with another Awaken Chaos Era video. So in today's video, I'll be going over the newly introduced heroes in the game that was introduced in the patch of 8th of March 2023. So I'll be going over the new hero Rosalie, the Fire Affinity hero from the Dragon Scale Marsh, and then Kalona, a Light Affinity hero from the Lasir faction, and then Oramo, the Fire Affinity hero from the Titan Island. Right, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so the first hero can be found in the Dragon Scale Marsh, who is Rosalie, the Fire Affinity hero. So this is her animation where she wields a frost sight, and that sight can be transformed as a fire sight. So maybe this one will have some unique description in her skills to see how her weapon helps her in the battle. So let's quickly go through her character design. So basically she has some fire and frost animation here. So she's wearing a frost cloak, and then she's also equipped with a fire sight. So maybe she can deal fire and ice attacks on the enemy. And she wears a fire armor with a tail, a red tail, and red hair with two spiky horns. So that's a really nice design from the Ace developers. Alright, so let's check out her overall stats. So she has an S rating for attack, A rating for critical rate, and B rating across the health, defense, and speed. So basically, she's a fast attacker. And let's check out whether her skills applies any debuff like freeze or ignite based from her character design here. So her first ability is known as the Havoc Sight, which basically is her unique trait. Gains 1 stack of block at the start of the battle. When attacking, if this hero has fire sight, ignores 50% of the target's defense. If this hero has frost sight, it deals 50% splash damage to other enemies. Okay, so as you notice, right, on the left hand side, they also give some description of those sight. So fire sight regarded as a fire hero. Attacks ignore a percentage of the target's defense. Frost sight regarded as a water hero. Attacks deals a percentage of splash damage to enemies other than the target. Alright, so we do not know how this fire sight and frost sight changes or transform between these two elements because it does not really mention it here. Maybe in the other skills, they will tell us when it changes the element or affinity. And then it also has a block buff. Each block buff reduces damage taken by 15%. Each attack on this character removes 1 block, max 5 stacks. Okay, so maybe there's a mechanism where allows Rosalie to gain stacks of block because there's 5 stacks here. Upon ascending her to the 5th ascension, she'll gain 3 stacks of block rather than 1 stack at the start of the battle. When attacking, if this hero has a fire sight, ignores 50% of the target's defense, and if this hero has frost sight, deals 50% splash damage to other enemies. And once you unlock the 5th ascension, if this hero is at an elemental advantage, launches a bonus attack with the special ability. So currently she's a fire affinity, so in order to take advantage of that trait, right, she needs to attack wood affinity heroes. And when she attacks the wood affinity heroes, she'll be dealing that 50% ignore defense. Okay, so let's check out her basic ability. Swift Cut. This basic ability gains a fire sight or frost sight according to the enemy's element stats, deals them 130% damage, and then gains 1 stack of block. Okay, it doesn't really mention when it transformed to the blue one. Okay, let's check out her special. So her passive ability is known as the element conversion. Okay, this is where it converts the fire sight and the frost sight. When attacked by wood or fire enemies, gains a fire sight or frost sight respectively and launches a counter attack with the special ability. Wait, what does it mean? When attacked by wood or fire affinity, fire enemies gains. So basically, I think when Rosalie is being attacked by a wood affinity hero, she gains this fire sight, and if she's attacking a fire enemy, she'll gain this frost sight. So most likely, right, she'll be using her fire sight for all elements except for fire, and for fire enemies, she'll be using the frost sight. Launches a counter attack with the special ability. Okay, so I guess this one is her special ability. Sight of Frost Fire. Removes 1 negative effect on this hero and deals 130% damage to the attacker, and recovers health healing amount scales with this hero's attack. Wow. So basically she counter attack, remove negative effect on the hero. If the enemy tries to apply the crowd control like stun, freeze, sleep or whatnot, she can instantly remove that. And she deals 130% damage to the attacker and also healing herself at the same time. So this one is really good for like, maybe the Ash Magistra. If you have Rosalie in your team for Ash Magistra, right? If the boss applies the bomb, she can instantly remove it and then counter attack and heal herself again. That's super cool, man. And this one is also really cool for like the arena. Let's say assuming if the enemy have like a crowd controller, such as like maybe Luna Melissa to apply the taunt, she can instantly remove it and then attack the enemy back. This is really good. Okay, so based from this conversion, right, we know that when she's attacking fire, she will use the frost sight, and this frost sight will deal splash damage based from her trait here. So for all enemies, right, she'll be ignoring 50% of the target's defense. That means it's like light hero, dark hero, wood hero, water heroes, and so forth, except for fire. Fire, she will use the frost sight. So for frost sight, she will splash damage, which means, right, this makes her one of the best hero to deal with the Ash Magistra minions, because the Ash Magistra will summon like 5 to 7 minions or 5 imps around the boss, right? Having this splash damage allows her to clear those 5 imps. So let's say if you do not have the MVP heroes for the Ash Magistra like Opal, Pluto, Sarah, you can use Rosalie to speed farm the Ash Magistra using her. This is really good. So this is based from my observation on the skills. And let's check out her ultimate, see how the ultimate will synergize with the basic as well as the special ability here. So Dance of the Frost Fire, which is a 3-turn ultimate skill cooldown, gains fire sight or frost sight according to the enemy's element stats, deals them 260% damage, and then gains 1 invincible for 1 turn. Okay, this invincible is the better version. This character will not take any damage. So currently there's 2 types of invincible in the game. There's one invincible that removes immediately, such as like Mary. Mary casts the invincible, but it will be automatically removed upon taking any damage. And the second version is the better version, which is this one, invincible, which does not expire when taking any damage. You will only expire when Rosalie takes her turn. This one is really good. If the enemy is killed, she gains invincible for 2 turns. Wow. So most likely, if you want to get these 2 turns, right, all you need to do is you attack the enemy who is wood. So you deal additional 20 to 30% damage in arena or 50% more damage in the PvE mode. So you kill the wood affinity hero and then you gain 2 turns of invincible, which is really powerful. Wow. Okay, this one also means that if she goes before the boss, right, like Ash Magistra, she gains this invincible and she will not take any damage from the boss AoE nuke. Alright, right. Wow, this one is really good. I think she's really good for the Ash Magistra, but I'm not so sure how much damage she can deal. Does she do like... But she's not... But I'm not sure whether this will change her affinity. This one only changes the affinity of the weapon rather than her affinity. If she's used in the Ash Magistra, what she will do is just dealing 0% additional damage compared to like water affinity heroes that deals 50% more damage to those fire affinity heroes. I think it just like give her an added advantage on dealing splash damage to the fire imps. So she's like some sort of like a mix of single target damage dealer for other affinities and AoE damage nuker for fire affinity enemies. Alright, so that's basically her skill kit. So where can we use her based from her skills? She's like a mixture of like PvP and PvE heroes. So you can use her mainly for like Roaring Topa to deal damage to the boss, and then also Ash Magistra to deal with the fire imps. Alright, so that's basically her skill kit. So let's check out the Ace Developer's Guide. So they recommended Assassin, Warrior, and Curse. Assassin set is quite good because each time she counter attacks, whenever she takes damage, then she can perform attack. So she would be able to deal additional damage from the Assassin set. Warrior set is a good set to boost up her attack. Curse set, I'm not so sure. Curse set... Every set would not be that good because it only works one time. Curse set allows her to deal additional attack through her basic. You need to test it out to see how the curse set will work. Does she like perform this attack twice with this bonus attack? You need to check it out. I think the good thing about having curse set on her, right, is she'll be able to gain an additional block. So first hit will be gain one additional stack of block. But currently there's a issue with the Ace game, right, where using curse set will not benefit for positive effects. For using curse set, it only applies for negative effects. Let's say, for example, if you use curse set on like Angelo, they can apply multiple stacks of poison, but this is not the case for positive effect. So you need to check whether curse set really helps to gain more stacks of block for Rosalie. Alright, so that's basically a skill for Rosalie. Let's check out the next epic heroes in the game. The next one will be in Lassie faction, I believe. Okay, so this is Kalona. So let's quickly check her character design. She resembles like Evelyn First Dawn based from her spear. She looks like Evelyn First Dawn. Yep, looks like Evelyn First Dawn, but not the character animation. I think she also wields a spear. Yeah, I think it's just like a different character design skin. Alright, but without any character animation here. So basically she wears like a red cloth armor with some white theme, basically red and white. So I wonder if she has any like special traits like Evelyn First Dawn. She wears a crown. I wonder if she's the sister of Evelyn First Dawn. Okay, so let's... Oh, she also has a long sword and a spear as well. Alright, so let's check out her stats. So she has an A rating for defense, A rating for speed, B rating for attack and health, and C rating for critical rate. So she seems like more of a supporter hero, because supporter heroes will have higher health, defense, and speed rather than attack and critical rate. Alright, so let's check out her abilities, starting off with her unique trait known as the Cloud Splitter. When a team member receives control effects, remove one negative effect on this hero and applies speed up to all team members for one turn and launches a counter attack with the basic ability up to one time per round. Okay, so assuming that, let's say you use Kalona in the arena, she gets crowd control, maybe from Luna, Melissa, the Taunt. She will remove one negative effect on her, apply speed up, and then launches a counter attack. What does the counter attack do? Okay, maybe just attack the enemy. When a team member receives control effect, so upon ascending her, maybe 5 ascension, she'll be able to do this 2 times per round. Does it mean that once she gets crowd control, she can attack twice at the same round? Not sure about this. It doesn't say 2 bonus turn. You need to check out how this will work. Maybe attack the enemy twice. But the good part is maybe you can cut in the enemy speed. But what does it do even though you can cut in? She doesn't cleanse everyone, she only cleanses herself. Maybe her basic ability does some cleansing. So let's see how her basic ability synergizes with her trait. So her basic ability is known as the Glorious Charge. Deals 130% damage to one enemy. Removes one control effect on each team member. Oh, okay. So this one is the one that removes all of the control effects on all the team members. That's a strange mechanic for this character. Launches a counter attack. I mean, would it even better to gear her in a divine set to perform counter attack? Maybe like build her with high resistance, because I think there's a weakness into this mechanic. Let's say assuming if the enemy is using like Viola, they apply the defense down, then apply the focus down, resistance down. So now Kalona has 3 negative effects: defense down, resistance down, focus down, and then a stun. So it's like 25% chance to remove that that stun, that crowd control on her. Yeah, so if she's not able to remove the stun, right, then she will not be able to perform the counter attack to remove all of the stun negative effect from all of the team members. So what I would do is maybe build Kalona with high resistance, maybe like 100 to 150% resistance. 150% resistance will do. No, I think 200% resistance. Because Viola will have an additional 50% focus stats on her. So if the enemy has like 100% focus, on top of that is 150% 50% focus from a trait, that means you need to build Kalona with like 200% resistance to prevent all those negative effects. It's quite difficult. So if you're dealing with like a hero enemy, they can apply multiple stacks of negative effect, right? It'd be quite challenging to remove that crowd control on her, especially the stun, freeze. Yeah, stun and freeze. Okay, but this is one good way to tackle the crowd controllers in the game. Alright, so let's check out her second ability here, the Fog Breaker. This special ability has a 3-turn skill cooldown, deals 165% damage to one enemy, and removes all positive effect on them. Okay, this one is something similar to Hassle. Okay, and this one works something similar to Hassle here. You just remove all the positive effect. This one is really good against like the enemy supported hero that applies the max HP increase, shield, and so forth. And then for the third the third ability here, Light of Prayer, which is her ultimate ability that has a 3-turn skill cooldown. It removes one negative effect on each team member and applies control immunity and invisible to the primary target for 1 round. Okay. Oh, okay. So this one, it removes negative effect on each team member. Hopefully it removes that. I think this one should mention it should prioritize on removing the no positive effect. Otherwise, right, you will not be able to apply the control immunity as well as the invincible. That's the most important part. So this one should prioritize on removing that no positive effect. Hopefully the Ace developers will take note to make these necessary changes. Okay, so based from her skill kit, right, she's more of a PvP hero because there's not much place that applies crowd control. The only one would be maybe like the Queen of Tides that apply the water prison. But I think it will work using her in the Queen of Tides, but she doesn't bring anything else so far. You only remove the crowd control, removes positive effect. I think this one would be good for Queen of Tides, because the Queen of Tides will apply multiple stacks of positive effect on herself. And this one will be able to remove those shield, resistance up, defense up, focus up. Oh yeah, I think those things are. I think she has some use for PvP and PvE area. I think for PvE, it will be like Queen of Tides. I think this one will also work for the light tower. But this one is quite a long cooldown. So she might not be the primary hero to remove that positive effect from the light tower. Most likely it's used as a secondary hero. But she does not bring anything apart from like removing negative effect, as well as, yeah, I think she's like cleanser and support unit to remove positive effect. So maybe the two areas that should be helpful will be the Queen of Tides as well as the Light Tower. Not sure how she will synergize in the PvP. We'll need to test out to see how she works there. If you guys have any idea on how to use Kalona, do let me know down in the comments below. Alright, so let's check out our bio. There's no bio for now. Alright, so that's basically my first impression of Kalona. Let's check out the Ace Developers Guide. So what they recommend, Raider set to make her go first, and Dragon Skill to make her super tanky. Okay, so there's some players already use her in Arena and gave her like a 4.5, 5-star and 4-star. No rating yet as of now for the other areas in the game. Alright, so that's basically Kalona skills and stats. Let's check out the last hero in the game that was added, which is the Oramo from the Titan Island. So Oramo looks like Orochi from the Silver Woodlands, just that he's looks like a fire hero or fire team here. We have a fire blade, autumn. It's kind of interesting why they made him as a fire hero when he's in the Titan Island. It'd be kind of cool if they make him as a water unit, because it's all frozy and cold there. Alright, so that's basically the character design of Oramo. Basically, he wields a fire blade sword as a autumn cape with some petals from his hair. He has a yellow hair, and then a wood armor. Looks pretty cool. Alright, so that's basically his character design without any character animation. And let's check out his stats here. So he has an A rating for attack and critical rate, B rating for health and speed, and C rating for defense. So basically he's really squishy damage dealer hero here. Although he's squishy, right, his base speed is really fast, man. 123 speed. Usually the legendary heroes that was introduced in the game in the global launch, right, the speed is like 90 or 80 around there. But this one is super fast, 123. So I wonder if he's a super speedy single target damage dealer or AoE damage dealer. Alright, so let's check out his abilities, starting off with his unique trait known as the Wrath of the Burning Souls. Upon taking area damage, reduces the damage received by 60% and launches a counter attack with Burning Soul, 1 round cooldown. Alright, so this one has a limitation, has a 1 round cooldown. It takes damage, area damage, reduce it by 60%. So this one is like some sort like an inbuilt dragon skill set that works for all types of damage but must be an AoE damage. Launches a counter attack with Burning Soul. Okay, upon ascending him, you also gain this damage reduction buff that reduces the damage by 50%. Wow. So he needs to get hit first, then only he gains this damage reduction. So this one will protect him for the remaining turns, regardless of if it's a single target or AoE damage dealt to him. Okay, so you also counter attack with this Burning Soul. What is this Burning Soul? So it's his secondary trait here, deals 150% damage to the attacker and applies Burning Soul to them for 2 turns, and if you ascend it, you just increase the damage from 150% to 200%. What is this Burning Soul debuff? So it's a unique debuff or negative effect. When the target dies or the counter expires, deals true damage to all enemies. So basically I think this true damage is based on his total attack stats, and to maximize the full potential of this true damage, you need to build him with more attack stats rather than critical rate or critical damage. But you still can build him with some critical rate, but the critical damage stats will be put into attack stats rather than critical damage. But you need to check out whether this true damage, right? The true damage ignores defense, so most likely you want to build or stack up as much attack stats as possible. Okay, so let's check out his basic ability, Fury Edge. Deals 130% damage to one enemy with a 100% chance to apply silence to them for 1 turn. Oh, it's something like Royce, but it's only 1 turn. So this one allows you to crowd control the enemy, which means you'll be quite good for the guild versus environment. The Luna Melissa. Yeah, this one is really good for Luna Melissa. Just keep on silencing them. So if you don't have like Ashlyn or Royce, right, you can use him in the guild versus environment to crowd control the enemy. So that this will prevent them from using the ultimate or special ability there. Okay, let's check out his passive. Heart of Flames, 100% chance to gain 1 bonus turn. 100% bonus turn. 100% chance to gain 1 bonus turn. And grants attack up for 1 turn upon defeating an enemy. Okay, so this is something similar to Orochi. So he needs to defeat an enemy to gain a bonus turn. So you need to be really powerful for his single target damage to kill the enemy to gain a bonus turn. Okay, and then his Blazing Slash, his ultimate skill that has a 3 turn skill cooldown. Deals 200% damage to one enemy and recovers 30% of their max health. And removes all negative effect on this hero. So this one is basically cleansing on him and helping him to recover his health. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so build him as much damage as possible, so that whenever he perform a kill using his attack, then he'll be able to gain 1 bonus turn. So I most likely do not need to build him with high amount focus, just build him maybe like 30 to 50% focus to apply the silence. And then the rest of the stats you can build him with like high attack, high critical rate, and high critical damage. Okay, so basically he's more like a PvP hero here. Normally the PvE enemies, right, they have a lot of HP and it's quite difficult to defeat them. So since he's a fire affinity hero, right, the area that he can be used would be Roaring Tulpa and Bane Wraith. And those areas does not really have much minions. So I think you need to pair him with a AoE damage dealer to let them go first, reduce the enemy's health maybe to 50%. Then Oramo will go in to clear out one by one enemies using his single target damage. And each time he gains a bonus turn, he'll then also reset the skill cooldown of his ultimate ability. And this means he can reuse his ultimate ability quickly. So this is one way of using Oramo. Something similar to how we use Z-Lux in the game. Alright, so let's check out the Ace Developers Guide. So they recommend Warrior set and Dragon Scale set. So Dragon Scale is most likely a PvP arena hero. So there are some people already use him, and his rating is quite average for now, 3.0 across the board except for the remaining one here. So it's for offense, defense, Bane Wraith, and Flame Lizard. Hopefully once more people have him, the rating will improve or become much more accurate. Alright, so that's basically Oramo. Where do you think you use Oramo? I think most likely for PvP content. There's not much, because PvE content, the enemies they are really strong. You can't use him for Gemini Dragon. Can't use for Wish of the Wind. I mean, Wish of the Wind you can, but the enemies there also have a lot of HP. Do let me know down in the comments below if you have an idea on how to use Oramo or who to pair him so he can unleash his fullest potential. Alright, so that's basically it of my video covering the 3 new heroes in the game. Do let me know down in the comments below what do you think of these 3 heroes and where are you going to use them in case if you have them on your account. Alright, so if you're new to my YouTube channel, you can click on the subscribe button as well as ringing the notification bell to stay up to date whenever I upload a new video on this channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!